On, as in On Cloud and Hoka, are trendy, but they're not fads. So, in spite of the fact that many of you don't like seeing people walk around with what looks like either wasp's nests or surfboards on the bottom of their feet, On has been cited as having as much as 8% of the American running shoe market, and Hoka has been cited as having the same. I don't know why we act like we're so surprised. Both Skechers and Under Armour have gained market traction in our lifetime. I'm sure popularity will wane, but in spite of how much you might not like it, sorry to report, I think these two brands are here to stay. Doing my best to be a responsible dog owner. With these fools, I gotta make sure I got plenty of bags with me. 20 yards, and I've already had to stop to pick up poop twice. Man, these two dogs, I've never seen anything like it. These two can walk and poop. So you would suggest, hey, Larry, why don't you start at the beginning of your walk? Let them go to the bathroom. Doesn't work either. I could stop and let these two poop, and it doesn't matter. As we walk along, just all of a sudden, turtle drop. Anyway, not what I came to talk to you about. Welcome back to Fitness and Beer. Okay, so today we got a little something different. I'm taking you on a walk with me, and we're gonna have an honest heart-to-heart about shoes. I get a lot of things in the comment section. I mean, for lack of a better way of saying it, I think they might be wrong. The goal for today is to take you guys along to cover at least 3 miles on this walk and to record this video. So at this point, I've covered lots of shoes on this channel, and I've formed some opinions that I think can be helpful. I'm not saying that I'm any type of expert or anything like that, but I'm a guy that loves shoes. Whew, I'm out of breath already. I'm sure I'm gonna be sweaty in this video, but hey, some things are more important than vanity. And I know I'm gonna catch some heat for this one because I often get people in the comments talking about how they would prefer their $60 Skechers or whatever $70 pair of Nikes. But in my opinion, this is for most of us, not everyone. If you're looking for the best in comfort, those shoes are generally gonna be more expensive and usually in excess of $100 or more. And for most of us, again, those shoes are usually going to be running shoes because running shoes are specifically designed to deal with the repetitive stress of running. As a result, they're often lighter and more cushioned than shoes that are designed for various other activities. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be the case for everyone, and running shoes aren't perfect. They have something known as a heel to toe drop, which means that your heels are often elevated above your toes. But a lot of people don't find that design quality very comfortable. I've been walking like a mile and a half with 2 bags of shit in my hands. The things we do for the things we love. Which brings me to my next point. There's running shoes and then there's running styled shoes, but really they're casual shoes or lifestyle shoes masquerading or designed similar to running shoes. And what's the difference? The difference is generally going to be the quality of the shoe foam that's used in the design of the shoe sole. Most of these popular shoe companies have their own proprietary foam that's designed to go in the quote unquote real running shoes. Nike has its Zoom X, Adidas has its Boost foam or its Boost Light, On Cloud has its Cloud Tech design, New Balance has its Fresh foam, and the list goes on. The real key is knowing which models of these shoes have the correct foam. Hope that made sense. And on to my next point. The popularity of both On and Hoka represent a cultural shift in the landscape when it comes to sneakers. It's no coincidence that over the last couple years, stock and sales for both Nike and Adidas are down, while both On and Hoka report steady growth and increased market share. And this shift is comfort is king, and people are looking for shoes that have a reputation for being more comfortable. I just caution the shoes that have the reputation for being more comfortable might not actually be more comfortable, but instead have messaging and marketing that's more in tune with the times. I'm just saying. So stalwart brands like Nike and Adidas have something to say, but they produce shoes that are in several different price categories, leading to their reputations not necessarily being exclusive within the realm of comfort. Forget brand loyalty. Speaking of loyalty, the two brands that we've spoken most about, both On and Hoka, have developed both loyal fan bases. And I just don't know if so much of the loyalty is warranted, because although they are quality shoes, rest assured they're not the only games in town. And I think most of us fall into two camps. There are those of us that use shoe selection to manage a pain or deal with an injury or to alleviate an ailment of some sort. For those people that have found a way to get rid of pain, pain is nothing to play with. So the loyalty is understood. Keep doing what you're doing. And then there's the rest of us. Those of us who deal with regular aches and pains, but nothing acute. I think there's several different styles and models of shoes, and for that much brands, that you might find comfortable or suitable for different uses for various reasons. And to stick exclusively to one brand may be potentially missing out on something that you would like better. Okay, so we're up to 2.5 miles. Looks like we're definitely gonna make that 3-mile goal, but we had to start heading back to the house because I gotta be there in time to get the kids when they get off the bus. So I'm now suddenly under time constraint. Uh-oh, gotta start walking fast. It's not about the brand, it's about the model. And ooh-wee, about this one. Y'all let me know, because y'all lit me up in the comment section to my most popular video. Hey, way to compare two whole brands and not the individual models, buddy. Hey, this is not helpful. Although I still think this video has merit, because we're talking about two brands that both have consistent, recognizable design traits and a similar background story. It's a unique confluence of events where a brand comparison was relevant. And it shows too, because that video has garnered nearly 500,000 clicks, which is by far and away my most successful video. But because this video is popular, doesn't change the way we should look at shoes, or the fact that the comments saying it's about the model are correct. The bottom line is, not every Nike is created equal, nor is every Hoka or New Balance or any other brand. Okay. So this next one is a doozy. I get lots of people in the comments telling me how cushion shoes are bad for your feet. And the truth of the matter is, I have no idea. And when I research the topic, I get varying answers, seemingly depending on whether or not the sponsor of the article is trying to sell me barefoot shoes or regular cushion shoes. But what I can tell you is I'm pretty sure that moving more is more healthy than moving less. And anything that inspires you to move more, I'm gonna think it's better for you, even if there is just a little bit of cushion involved. And again, I gotta reiterate, I'm no expert, so please consult your doctor or physical therapist to get specific advice on what's gonna be best for you. Which brings me to probably the most important thing that I've learned over the course of doing dozens of shoe reviews. There's more than one way to define comfort. Some shoes are comfortable because they're flexible. Some shoes are actually comfortable because they're not so flexible. There's so many ways that something can be comfortable, and a lot of it depends on what you're doing in the shoe. Woo. Got in an extra 1.3 miles. That bus is running up on us real soon, so don't have a lot of time. Got to get these finishing steps in. With the recognition that everyone's different, why do I do these videos? And the truth is still to help out, because even though you might not feel exactly the same way that I feel about a shoe, I try to give you some information that's going to be descriptive, break down some design traits, and make sure that you can get a good understanding of what the shoe is. So even if ultimately you don't feel the same way about the shoe, at least you can know what you're gonna get going into it. Hey, pick up your... Well, here they come. Thanks so much for watching us. Thanks so much for joining me. Thank you for following these two. Follow it with me on our steps. Until the next one, fitness and beer.